An ostrich egg. That is real. Wow. Because it's really. And over there as well. Incredible country, incredible people. We're at St. George Church in Madaba, and when you go inside, you can find the oldest surviving mosaic map. So it's absolutely amazing. It's magnificent to even look at. Hidden in the center of Madaba is St. George's Church, one of Jordan's most important Christian sites. The present Greek Orthodox Church was built in the 1890s over the remains of an older Byzantine church. During its construction, workers discovered an extraordinary 6th century mosaic map of the Holy Land. It originally contained more than 2 million tiny stones and showed places from Egypt to Lebanon, including a remarkably detailed view of ancient Jerusalem. Before going in, we stopped at the small ticket office beside the church. St. George's Church is not included in the Jordan Pass, so we bought our admission tickets and continued across the courtyard. The courtyard gives you a clear sense of how the church sits right in the middle of modern Madaba, with the old stone buildings opening directly onto the surrounding streets. Inside, the church felt much more peaceful than we expected. The thick stone columns give it a really old feel, and at the front, there is a beautifully carved wooden screen covered with icons of Christ, the Virgin Mary, and different saints. It is not a huge church, but there is a lot to take in. Looking up, the ceiling is covered with colorful Orthodox paintings. Christ is shown in the center, surrounded by angels, saints, and scenes from the Bible. Against the rough stone walls, all that gold and color really stand out. There are more paintings throughout the church, so almost every corner has something worth stopping to look at. But this is what the church is best known for, the Madaba Mosaic Map. Created in the 6th century, it shows the Holy Land in remarkable detail, including Jerusalem, the River Jordan, and the Dead Sea. The places are labeled in Greek with small pictures showing towns, churches, and landscapes. Jerusalem is the largest and most detailed city on the map, while the River Jordan even has fish swimming through it. What survives today is only part of the original mosaic, which once covered a much larger area of the Byzantine church floor. After leaving the church, we visited a workshop and showroom filled with handmade mosaics. We watched the artists carefully placing each tiny piece of stone by hand before seeing the finished designs on display and available to buy.
Places is all natural stone from different places around Jordan. This is calcite, sandstone, Petra, jade, marble, limestone, basalt, volcanic stone, granite. It's all natural. We don't add chemicals. Then we cut the stones with machine into thin strips like you see here. Then we draw the design on a piece of cloth, glue flour and water. This is not strong glue, temporary. And then she's cutting and shaping precisely and nicely. And I put it together like a puzzle, piece by piece. She makes it look easy, but it's not easy work.
Madaba still trains craftspeople in both making and restoring mosaics, helping keep this old skill alive rather than allowing it to become something seen only in museums. An ostrich egg. That is real. An ostrich egg.
From north part of Jordan. Then we draw the design. After drawing the same stone, we make the stone powder. And then it's with this needle and glue. This is pointillism. Look through the magnifying glass to see the details. It's not. It's not.
Texture.
Yeah. If you touch, you feel the work. Tattoo.
On the way to Moses Spring, we stopped at a huge Jordanian handicrafts shop for some refreshments. While we were there, we had a look around at the detailed mosaic tables, inlaid furniture, ceramics, lamps, jewelry, and local souvenirs. Some of the pieces looked more like artwork than souvenirs, especially the heavily decorated chairs, tables, and wall panels. The designs included Arabic calligraphy, flowers, trees, and famous Jordanian landmarks. Some of the larger furniture pieces were so elaborate that it was hard to imagine how long they must have taken to finish. Madaba is known as Jordan's City of Mosaics, so this kind of work is much more than something made for tourists. The tradition goes back to the Byzantine and Umayyad periods, when mosaics decorated churches, homes, and public buildings across the region. Some of the craftsmanship was genuinely impressive. We then arrived at Moses Spring, a simple place connected to one of the best known stories from the Bible. According to local tradition, this is where Moses struck a rock with his staff and water flowed out for the thirsty Israelites. The spring still runs today, although this is one of several places connected to the same biblical story, so it is better understood as a traditional site rather than a confirmed location. We stepped down to touch the spring water for ourselves. It was surprisingly cool and clear, which made the old story feel a little more real. The natural spring still flows beneath the building today, and its water was once channeled towards Petra, helping supply the ancient city. The rock is kept inside a simple modern building, and the site remains an important local and religious landmark near Petra. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.